We got Lakers versus Nuggets game 1, and I have 2 NBA player props for you guys to lock in. One pick for a player on each team. Also betting on a star player on each team. Are you betting the over or the under? What's the stat? Well, that we can get into. Play number 1, which admittedly doesn't feel great, but we are taking Jokic to go under 28.5 points. That is at minus 121 odds at BetRivers. Now, I mentioned that this doesn't feel great because here are his point totals in the last 5 games, all 5 in the Suns series. 39, 30, 53, 29, 32. So he's gone over in 5 straight games. Now, those of you that know me and that have been following along with the channel know that I love a good flip-flop method, betting against trends. 5 straight going over, that's a lot. But before I get into everything, the number one thing that I want to mention about this play, it's got some value associated with it, right? That's the most important thing. We're taking under 28.5, admittedly a little bit juiced at minus 121, but pretty much every other sportsbook prices this at 27.5, so a full point lower than what we got it at. I also like it because if you look at sharp sportsbooks like Pinnacle actually favors the under at 27.5 as well, right? They price it a point lower and favor the under. Now, game ones are always weird. Like if you think about game 1 and then the rest of the series, game 1 always has the least amount of conclusions you can draw because teams feel each other out, right? Now, if you look at Jokic, he hasn't gone over this total in either of the game 1s so far this year. Again, it's been an interesting series or playoff run, for Jokic. He's been amazing, don't get me wrong, but he only went over this total in 1 of 5 games against Minnesota. Then he missed it in game 1 against the Suns, and then he hit it in 5 straight. But to me, this number feels a little bit inflated because of Jokic's recent scoring output. And in general, Jokic normally doesn't push the envelope a ton in game 1s specifically. Now, it's hard to know how much of this is just noise, so I don't want to put too much emphasis on looking at his game 1 history. But in his last 4 game 1s, Jokic has yet to go over this number. Here are his point totals in his last 4 game 1 games played. 22, 25, 13, and 24. Under by a decent amount too. Now, this is obviously going back to the bubble, so going back a couple years, but he's only gone over this total in 1 of his last 7 game 1 games played. So it doesn't feel great fading Jokic as incredible as he's been, but for game 1 in a series in which the Nuggets are favored, have the home court advantage, maybe he takes his foot off the gas a little bit to feel the series out. We'll see. As for my next one, another superstar, another point total going under, and we are taking LeBron to go under 25.5 points. That is at minus 120 odds at Bet365. You're probably calling me crazy for taking both superstars to go under their point total, but playoff unders cash at a heavier clip than overs. It's just the reality. Now, it's been an interesting playoff run for LeBron, right? Both times his team was the underdog. Both times they won in 6. So if you just hear that, you think, oh, LeBron's probably been incredible in carrying the team. He's been good, not really from a scoring output. Now, this includes the play-in, but LeBron has gone over this point total in 2 of his first 3 games. So in the play-in game against Minnesota and then game 2 against Memphis. And then he missed it for 7 straight games before going over in 2 of the last 3 games against the Warriors. So it's like hitting in 2 of 3, sandwiched by missing literally 7 straight. And if you just look at his playoff run in general, again, this is including the 30-point game against Minnesota. He's averaging less than 24 points per game in the playoffs overall. And again, we're getting it to go under 25.5. Similar to Jokic, LeBron doesn't score a ton in game 1s. Now, this is taking that incredible Warriors game 1 when he put up like 50 aside. He had 25 against the Grizzlies, so barely under, but still under, and 22 in game 1 against the Warriors. And remember, the Lakers won both of these games. In terms of the history between the Nuggets and the Lakers this year, these 2 teams last played in January. LeBron didn't even play in that game, so it's hard to look at the previous matchups this year to glean anything. We're also unsure if Aaron Gordon is going to guard Davis or LeBron, but regardless, the Nuggets do have some pretty good wing defenders to throw at LeBron. Now, LeBron's scoring has failed him for most of the playoff run. A lot of that has come from his jump shot, but the team keeps on winning. So I'm not necessarily expecting anything to change, but it is a new series. So there obviously is some risk here, but we are going to ride with LeBron to go under 25.5 points. And then for the Nuggets play, Jokic to go under 28.5 points, taking 2 superstars to go under. And we'll see what happens. If you're tailing any and all of these, right? If you just like one, if you like both, comment and let me know. If you think I'm crazy and you're not taking any, comment and let me know. That's also fine. Other than that, remember to like, subscribe, all that good stuff. Hit me up at my Twitter handle where I posted a link to that in the description of the video, as well as the pinned comment. Thanks for watching and have a good one. All right, everybody. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. Below are all of my different social medias where I post picks and plays daily. Make sure to hit me up there. Also, make sure to subscribe to the YouTube channel as I'm constantly putting out new videos to learn how to make money sports betting. And that's it. So thanks for watching and have a good one.